Hey, what's up, fish fam? Thank you for clicking on this video. As you guys can read in the title, this is an update on my discus fish. As you guys can see, they are in a different tank. I don't recall the last update I did on the discus. I think they were in the 75-gallon Planet tank, but as you guys can see now, they are in a smaller tank. This is a 40-gallon breeder tank. And I am left with approximately, let's count them, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 discus fish, an angelfish, and 2 Cory cats, and 1 albino pleco, or actually 3 Cory cats, and then 1 autocinkless. You could say, man, that's a lot of fish for a 40-gallon breeder tank. How do you keep it so clean? And don't people say that you shouldn't overstock a fish tank? Well, yes, that is true, but being a bare bottom tank and a tank which I do 2 water changes a week, this allows me to keep this much fish in this tank. This is not because I want to, but I don't have no other choice, as I'm making room in my house, and I had to downsize my 75-gallon, and actually a bare bottom tank is less work for me now. As you guys see, the fish are really healthy. Their color actually popped out more than now that I went bare bottom. So this is just their temporary home, since I am rehoming them, like I said in my previous video. So I don't know how long I will have these fish. I was thinking of at least keeping 3 to 6 fish, but I'm just going to rehome them all. So this is my last freshwater tank, but I'm just going to wait for me to rehome these fish, so then I could start my new project that is going to be a nano Planet tank. And by nano, I mean no more than 30 gallons. Well, I just actually added the lights about 3 days ago, for the reason that I have a couple of newbies there, as you guys see them floating around, and I don't want them to die on me. So they don't really use the nutrition from any soil or gravel. They do photosynthesis, and they also get their nutrition from the water column. There isn't any at all, I don't think so, on the water, because I do a lot of water changes and I don't dose it. But they're doing well. If I ever see them actually dying, then I'll just rehome them, give them away to a couple friends that I know. And as you can see, I have a real plant up there and another one there, so they will actually benefit from the light. As you can see, the top LED, it's long because this was in the 75-gallon, and as you can see in the corner over there, it actually hits that house plant. So hopefully it grows and it doesn't, I'm pretty sure it's not going to damage the plant at all. So what else could I say on this tank? What I'm running is currently a sponge filter and a Marineland Penguin 350 hanging in the back, rated for 75 gallons. I have the poly filter pads, and I have a carbon on that filter, a carbon bag, and as you guys can see, I have my ceramic rings down there to host the beneficial bacteria, and I have a heater. That's pretty much it, what I have in this tank. And I actually went to traded a lot of my assassin's milk to my local fish store. That's where I got my carpet anemone from. But the ones that were left over, I transferred them here, and I gave some away to one of my friends as well. This tank I feed it four times a day, and what I feed is the Tetra Pro Tropical Crisp. You gotta get that in my local pet store, and I feed them bloodworms and sometimes mysis shrimp, since I had bought some mysis shrimp for one of my saltwater fish that passed away. So here and there I'll just feed them some. And the water conditioner that I use is Prime, because when I was rehoming these fish and my previous fish, a lot of people would ask me, do I need RO water or well water to keep discus? And you don't actually. I don't chase any pH. Sorry about that, guys. So the camera just cut off. I do have about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left of memory, so I'm going to actually use those 5 minutes on this tank so we could upload a video. I'm actually going to feed them for you, and I hope you guys enjoy. As you guys can see, they are aggressive eaters. I remember when I rehomed my breeding pair, this fish would be really scared when I come to the tank. But I think now there is actually like a leader in that tank, which I think is the yellow flora and my red Marlboro, oh no, my red melon discus. And since now they're most of the time we are downstairs, they are able to see us, especially since we have our dining table to the left. They always see us there. One funny thing is that every time I'm sitting, because that's my spot, that corner, every time I'm sitting there, the fish tend to come to that corner there and just stare at me. And I asked my wife, have you fed the fish? And she's like, in the morning. And I was like, okay. So now like they know that one certain time, it's probably around 4 o'clock or to 5 when I get home and I start eating, they know to go to that corner so that I could feed them when I'm done eating. And I do. So I mean, I love this fish. I love how they look and seeing them grow. But I think they just need to find a better home. And right now I have them in a 40 gallon, which is a new tank that I got when the $1 per gallon deal was going on at Petco. The only thing I did, I painted the bottom so then we'll be able to see the reflections. And one thing about this is that you guys should all know is that if they're kept in a white background or a light background, that actually helps them improve their color, and it loses their chance to get peppering. Because one thing I learned, when you keep discus in a dark background, being black or any type of dark background, they will get their peppering, and it could cause them even to lose their shape and stuff like that. And that's what happened to my red melon there. Before, he never had any peppering, and his shape was really good, and I don't know, he seems kind of off. He started to get the dark peppering from his bottom and top fin and the tail, and also in front of his face. That's the only one that I seen that got that peppering effect when they were kept in a temporary holding bin. So I don't recommend you putting your discus in a dark place or where there's not light, because I don't know for what reason they'll get their peppering. So that's enough from me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll leave you guys with the discus. So enjoy, and thank you guys for clicking on this video. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. I will be bringing more content to this channel. I'm just waiting on rehoming this fish, and I'm also going through some personal stuff, not in a bad way, but actually in a good way, which it's keeping me busy. But when I get a chance, I am going to bring another video. Most likely will be by Sunday, if not Monday. But I'm thinking of going somewhere, and I'll let you guys know. Well, you guys will find out in the next video where I went. And thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.